Hello, everyone. I'm pharmacist Michael, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to stay positive. And as some of you know, I spend time interviewing people. If you're interested in being interviewed about any topic resulting any topic that has anything to do with health and wellness, please send me an email at michael.brown@sunshinentc.com, which you can see at the bottom of your screen. So, how do you stay positive? I've got 7 ways, and I've done videos on this in the past. But to start with, number 1, the way you think controls your future. Nothing changes until your thoughts change. Nothing improves until your thoughts improve. And nothing is going to get better until your thoughts get better. So, what you really need to do is teach yourself to think differently. And how do you do this? Well, it's not quite as simple as just using your brain and thinking, oh, I'm thinking negative thoughts. I got to think positive thoughts, although that's a good start. The best way to do it is cognitive behavioral therapy. And I've talked about a book by a guy named Dr. David Burns called Feeling Good. And after I'm done with this live stream, I will put a link to that book down in the description section of this video. I'm reading his newer book right now, which is called Feeling Great. And it's basically the same principle, but it is a newer book. Hi, Mary. Hi, Marissa. If you guys have any questions as I go, please ask. As you can see, I'm by myself today, so it's easier for me to answer questions. So thinking errors are what we need to learn how to get rid of. We have to think differently. And how do you do this? Well, the first step is, let's say that you're having a bad day at work and you're thinking, oh man, I'm never going to make it through this day. This day sucks. I hate this job. There's 3 right there. Are you going to get through the day? Did you get through yesterday? Have you ever not gotten through a day? So what you need to do is start, anytime you think a thought like that, you challenge that thought. If you need to write it down, you write it down. And if you do this enough times, you will find yourself automatically doing it because your brain is a very powerful. And after a while, it will just automatically do it. Okay. You have a job interview. I'm never going to get this job. That's not the way you want to think. You want to think, I'm going to be so much happier once I get this job. See the difference? There's a huge difference between those 2 things. So that's number 1. Learn to change the way you think. Number 2, listen to other people who are positive. I've talked about this before too. Trent Shelton, you can find right here on YouTube. Tony Robbins, you can find right here on YouTube. Steve Harvey, Jim Rome, people like that can help you change the way you think and improve the outlook that you have on life simply by finding them for free right here on YouTube and watching them. I do it almost every single day. Stay away from negative things like the news. One of the worst things you can do to stay positive is watch the news. And why is that? Because negativity sells and the news makes money by putting advertisements on there. They make their money through the ads and they want to suck people in by showing you the crashes and showing you all the horrible things that are happening in our world. And if you're lucky, at the very end of the newscast, you'll get a 5-second thing on a baby that was born or somebody's life that was changed. It's not worth sitting through all the BS and negativity just to see that ending story. Don't turn it on. If you feel like watching something, watch something positive and leave the news off. Number 3 is gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you have. And most of these things are not cars and houses and nice clothes. It's not boats. It's nothing like that. Think how grateful you are to have a family. Your health. Think about your job if you have one. Things like that, your husband, your wife, your kids, whatever it is that you have, learn how to be happy with what you have. And the best way to remind yourself is to write it down, or I use my phone. I have an app on my phone that I think it's called Take 5. Hi, Cat. 5 minutes a day. It reminds me in the morning and it reminds me at night. You can set it to remind you whenever you want to. Tell me 3 things that you're grateful for today. It doesn't ask you to give them 3 things that you're ungrateful for, or 3 things that make you mad, or 3 things that are horrible. It asks you for 3 things. I did see that, Cat. I did see that. And I will talk to you about that if you'd like. 3 things that you're grateful for. Make them different every day. If you do this every single day, you'll be happy. It will improve your happiness. Number 4, never compare yourself to other people. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. It's very important not to compare yourself to other people. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, especially if you're doing it through social media, they're showing you nothing but the positive side of their lives. They're never going to show you anything negative, most of them. They're going to show you only the positive thing. You don't know how they're feeling inside. You don't know what they're going through. Only concentrate on making yourself happier, yourself better, learn new things. But really, what does the Dalai Lama say? The most important thing is being happy. Learn how to make yourself happy. If you have to read 27 books to get to that point, then read 27 books. You don't have to read them all at once. You can read 3 pages a day. Sooner or later, you'll get through the books. But you need to learn how to make yourself happy, and you need to stop comparing yourself to other people. Don't let other people squash your dreams. If you want to be a rock star, do everything you can to become a rock star, no matter what your mom or dad or husband or wife or kids or boss say. You do it the best you can. You don't want to wake up with regret later in life because you didn't spend enough time trying to get what you wanted. So don't compare yourself to other people. That's number 4. Number 5 sounds a lot easier than it is, but focus on the good in your life. Focus on the things that are good and try not to focus on the things that aren't good. How do you do this? Well, again, it's part of it's gratitude, right? It's a lot like that. But if you get a flat tire, at least you have a car. If you get stopped by a train, that's not the end of the world. Take that time, listen to some music that you like. Think about what you're going to do for yourself the next day. Use time in your favor. Focus on things that are good. Number 6, And one of my favorite things is listen to music that you enjoy, especially uplifting music. It's funny because I wrote my outline to this today, earlier this morning, and on my way home, I was listening to Barry Manilow because Barry Manilow, I know I'm old and I sound old, but let me tell you guys, I heard I Made It Through the Rain on my way home. And that is a perfect example of a song that can change the way you're feeling. I made it through the rain. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you think about the song itself, it's awesome. And it has a lot to do with this topic, right? We can all make it through the rain if we train ourselves to do it the right way, because any person's going through the storms, guys. We're all going through them. Life is full of storms. You can't control what happens to you. You can only control how you react to it. Always remember that. Bad things, or I call them less than ideal. Most of you guys in here know I don't call things bad. I look at them as less than ideal. If you didn't ever have anything that happened to you that was less than ideal, then nothing good would ever happen either. It would all just be things that would happen. So listen to the music you enjoy. If you need to make a positive playlist, do it. That's number 6. And number 7 is start your day with positive affirmations. I don't know how many of you watch my YouTube every day, but one thing that you'll notice if you start looking at it in the morning is I almost always have a positive quote that I put out there for everybody. And I don't just do this for my fans and my followers. I also do it, subscribers on YouTube. I also do it for me, because it forces me to look at a bunch of positive quotes and pick one that I want to say that day. So every morning I'm looking at positive quotes, and some days I look at 5 before I pick one. Some days I might look at 100 before I pick one, but I have to read through every single one of them and then I've got to memorize it, which isn't hard. Some of these they're 8-second videos. Some might be 15. That forces my mind to think something positive after I've seen a whole bunch of positive things. Okay, so how do you practice this if you don't make videos for other people? When you get up in the morning, drink a couple of glasses of water. The reason that you do that is you're going to be dehydrated. So that's going to make you feel better. It's going to get more blood to your brain. And then look in the mirror and tell yourself it's going to be a great day. Tell yourself you're a great person. Tell yourself you're going to help somebody today. Tell yourself you're going to smile at 10 people, or tell yourself you're going to smile at everybody you see that day. And make sure you do it. The reason that I want you to do it is because when you smile at somebody, most of the time they're going to smile back at you, which is going to make you feel better. It makes you happy. Tell yourself you're going to help somebody. You're going to smile at people. And hopefully that will make them smile back at you, which will make you happy. So there's my 7 things. Change the way you think. Listen to others that are positive. Stay away from negative people. Do not hang out with people who gossip. Do not hang out with people that are constantly bringing up negativity to you. Don't hang out with those type of people. You are the product of the 5 people you hang out with the most. If you start hanging around with people who do nothing but complain and gossip about other people and are miserable with their lives, you are going to be one of those people in just a matter of time. Number 3, gratitude. What do you like in your life? Make sure you write things down that you're happy about. Number 4, never, ever, ever compare yourself to other people. Don't do it. There's always going to be somebody smarter. There's always going to be somebody richer. There's always going to be someone who appears to be happier. Don't worry about other people. Number 5, focus on the good things. Number 6, listen to music that you enjoy. And number 7, and finally, start your day with positive affirmations. Do you beautiful ladies in here have any questions for me before I go make a video on Zoloft? Does anybody have any questions for me? Does anybody have any ideas of things that maybe I missed? Because there's more ways. There's more ways to stay positive. But these are big ones. These are the 7 that I could think of right off the top of my head that I think are super important. I guess that means no. Okay, so if you guys want to be interviewed, some of you that are on here have already been interviewed. If you want to be interviewed, simply send me an email at michael.brown@sunshinentc.com, and I will be back with you tomorrow. I have 2 interviews tomorrow, one at 4 and one at 5:30, and I will see you all then. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Pharmacist Michael. Be happy and be healthy and stay positive.